So if we override this, the get object, let's see, yeah. So if you override the get object, let's see what we can manipulate. So in this overridden one, we call in the super objects get objects. Yeah. So now, since we have the superclass version of the object it returns, we could actually manipulate it. So we want to manipulate the view count, like I said. So we'll say plus, and this view count plus equals to object dot view count is to 1. Then we save the object. Then we return the object. So let's see if this works, then I'll explain. Okay, so click on the second post, return. Where did that come from? Name error, line 20. It's actually return. It's return. So why the error? Okay, don't know why that error occurred. So we'll go back to the home. You can see the second post has 2 views. So if you click on it again, 3 views. If I refresh, 4 views. So it currently works. So you can see what the get object does. The get object comes from the single object mixin, and like you see here, it returns the object the view is displaying. So over here, when I overrode the get object, I assigned the value it returned to object variable, then I incremented the view count by 1, then I returned it. So this works so far. So we could go to page 2. You can see currently 0 views. So if I click on this, 1 view, I hit refresh, 2 views. So this works. So yeah, so currently we've covered the 2 generic views, the list view and the detail view. And the list view returns a list of objects set by this model field, while the detail view returns an object, just one object set by this post with the primary key argument. So the next view I'll be showing you guys would be the crate view. Let's see. So I'll go over here, and as the name suggests, crate view. So let's see. Create a class, and what are we going to call it? Post crate, which extends the crate view. So let's go to the crate view and see what it does. Okay, so the crate view extends the single object template response mixin, which is just responsible for rendering the templates, rendering the view, then the base crate view, and the template name suffix, which I'll talk about while we progress. So let's go to the base crate view, which is over here. Model form mixin, fields. Okay, so the mixin that provides a way to show and handle a model form in a request. So it has this fields. So let's see. So first of all, since it's a generic view, we're passing in the model called post, and the next one will be the fields, which could be a list, tuple, and so on. So what are the fields of post crate? What fields are we going to be creating? Let's see. Post, no. Let's head to the model. So these are the fields. Title, which fields are we going to be needing? We need the title, we need the contents, we don't need the pop date, it's auto-generated. We don't need the view counts, it's created, incremented by the user whenever he views the page. We need the author and the category. We need the author for now, but I'll show you how to dynamically get the author. So this fields attribute is needed. It's important you add it when you override the create view. So we need a title, category, author. For now, we need the author for now. Then we need the content, I think, yeah. So that's it, I guess. So let's see. So we have a form for the post create. Let's see. We call it post form. So let's head over to the post form and delete all this, and we'll add a CSRF token. Then we'll say form as P. Then what next? We'll go to the create a URL for it. Post/add. Then post create post add. Yeah, so let's go to the URL and see if what we did worked. Post add. Voila, it worked. So we have the title, category, author, content. So let's see if this works. Another post. Let's select the category, fashion the author. We only have one admin now. Then some cool content. Then click submit. Let's see. Did this work? Okay. It didn't work, and that was simply because of I forgot to add the where's the post form? I forgot to add the method post and the action. The action is very, very important. So the action will be just directing to this same page. So let's add the posts, some new posts, and we'll select the category to be fashion, the author to be admin, and the content, some awesome content. So we click submit right now, and voila, it works. So it automatically redirects us to the detail view of that particular post we just created, and that was handled by the create view generic class based view. So we have this working for now. So if I could add some other posts. Post add latest posts. Put this in entertainment. We'll select the author and another yet another awesome post. We hit submit and it redirects us to this. So this is cool. Let's go home and voila, all this is working. We could increase the paginate by to contain more views. Let's just increase it to 3 for now. So let's go back and refresh the home page. Voila, everything seems to be working so far. So you could see the post create is very, very straightforward, and that's the same thing with the update view and the delete view, which I'll be showing you. But first things first, I'm going to show you how to automatically get the logged in author. So instead of selecting the author from the drop down, we could automatically get that by overriding the form valid function, self, and form. And I'll show you where I got this form valid function from. So let's go and override this. So let's say we get the form dot instance. This instance is very, very important because it gets the current instance, the current data, the current form you're working with. So form.instance.created, is that created by, let's confirm from the models.py, author, okay? Author, not created by. Author. Did I get, yeah. So form.instance.author equals to requests.user, self.request.user. That means it just gets in the current logged in user. So form.instance.author equals to self.request.user. So you could actually do form.save or just directly return it. So we don't really need form.save because this is just one instance we're working with. So we do the return statements, return super post create self dot form underscore valid form. So let's see what this does. Form valid form dot. Look, let's check if it works first of all, then I'll come back and explain. So let's see, we're creating a new post. Let's add. So I removed the author field so you wouldn't see the author. Let me just go and get some content I'll be needing. Lauren 80. I need to paste this Lauren somewhere so I wouldn't have to come and type this every time. Let me just paste it over here in a new tab. So the category should be entertainment, nice article for summer. Just any title, and we click submit. Form valid one, missing one required positional argument form. I passed in form. Let's see why. Form valid missing one positional argument form. I passed in form. Self.request.user post create. Everything should work. Why? Let's check if this actually created. Form valid missing one required positional argument form. Why? Self.request.user form.instance.author form valid. Let's check the create view and see model form mixing. Go look for the form valid self form. Yeah, I did everything. Return super. Okay, let's see if I must save this because I talked about saving. So let's do form.save and refresh this page, and yes, bro. Click submit. and it works. So that was my bad. You have to call the form.save, because the form.instance.author, you actually set it over here in this line to the self.request.user. Whatever you save, whatever you edit, you should save. Just like how we did when we updated the view count +1, we actually saved the object. So that is that. So like you saw me come over here. This form valid is, if the form is valid, save the associated model. So this is the action to use, and it was gotten from this model form mixin. And what this just does is, if the form is valid, perform some action. So instead of using your if statement, it provides a function that actually does that. So while we're saving the form, we got the form instance, we got the author, and we passed in the current user, saved it, then we returned. So that was why when we created this, you could see the author over here is the admin, and we did not impute that in the form. So that is that for the post create. So let's do something before I'll show you the update and delete. Let's just do something over here. So I want to create the admin page. I don't know if I showed you that. Yeah, but we're going to have an admin page. I'll show you what that looks like in a moment, but I think I could show you from the templates. So the admin page is going to list out all the current posts with the action to either edit or delete it. So now this admin page is going to list all posts, which you could see here. This is just dummy data. It will list all posts, and with the extra features of this edit and delete button. So if I go over to my views.py, I could actually see that the home view does the same thing. You could see the home view gets the list of posts. So the beauty about generic class-based views is that I could actually extend the classes I created. So now I could just easily do, what could I call it? Dashboard. And instead of extending the list view, I'll just extend home. Then I could do my get method, get self requests args and the keyword arguments. So I could easily say create view equals to home. Sorry, I'm supposed to extend view, not home. View, and import it here from Django. That's views, import view. Okay, I'm supposed to extend view. Sorry for that mistake. And over here, I'll come do the home up here, home.askView. Then I'll explain what I'm doing. Return view. So what we just did was to extend to call up this home view we've created over here. So we created a view. This is a get variable because this dashboard is going to be getting the list of posts. So this is a view variable. I now said home.asView. Remember I told you the asView function makes the class-based view render as a function-based view. So what we're just doing here is render the function-based view, and over here we return it. So first things first, I need to close some of all these tabs. Let's go to the urls.py, and normally the dashboard should be in a separate app like the admin panel, but this is just one page, so I'll just chuck it up in the blog app. So let's call it dashboard. Dashboard. I hope I spelled it well. Dashboard. Then we'd say dashboard. Yeah. So dashboard. Yeah, so I think everything is okay right now. Then we go to the admin page, that's HTML, and we remove the data we don't need. So since, let's see, we're going to need a for loop. Since it's a list view, we're bringing back list of items. So what are we going to say? Post in posts, yeah. Then we bring this stuff in here. So this is a for loop. So we could say we only need the title. So we could easily say post.title. Yeah. So I think this should work. Let's go. We've gone over here. Yeah, and since we're overriding the, we're calling the home view, we're making use of the home view here, we could change the these attributes right inside the asView function. So I could easily come here and say templates, because we're using a template name should be equals to what's the name of the template? Admin, okay, blog/admin page.html. What else can we change? Let's leave it this way first of all. So yeah, so we have the view, we have the URL set up, and we have the data here. So let's see if this actually works. What did I call this? Dashboard. Did you work? Yep, it's actually worked. Yeah, so we have the items here listed out, and you could see we have this pagination which inherits from the home view. So actually, yeah, we could change so many stuffs. So you see the beauty of class-based views. If this was in function-based view, you'd have to repeat yourself, but with class-based view, you have the do not repeat yourself built into it. So I could actually come here and say paginate by maybe 4, for instance, and it should update here when it's all working. You have 4 items here. Could also cancel out the pagination if you don't actually want it. So you see how we just easily created a dashboard view from the home view. So everything here is pretty straightforward, so you could play around with it. So the next view I'll be creating, I hope this video is not too long. The next view I'll be creating would be the UpdateView, which is just gonna be like the create view, but I'll just update view here. So we have post update view. Yeah, so we'll pass in, it's going to be very straightforward. We'll pass in the model, posts, and most importantly the fields we're going to be working with, the fields, and that's pretty much the same thing. Title, category, and content here. Title, category, and content. So what next? We go to the urls.py and we actually add that. Posts, updates, and we'll pass in the PK because we need that information. We need to know the post we're going to be updating, so we'll get that information from the PK. So it's like a normal function-based view. It's the same idea. We're just using class-based view to do this. So it should get you the post, the ID, and the updates. So posts, updates. Yeah. So I think what else? What next? I think everything is set, and I'm going to show you the magic that's going to happen right away. So if I go to, can I get, let me go home so I could get the primary key. Yes, latest post 12. Okay, so post /12/update. Whoop, whoop. Why did that not show up? I have the update view. Let's see. Post form. Yeah. Oh. Why are you not working? Let me cross-check everything I did. So the model posts, the fields, title, category, content. Sorry about this. Title, category, content, the post, update view. And it makes use of the post form, which I've rendered over here. What could go wrong? Let's see. Post PKD. Oh, I forgot to update this. Post updates. My bad. That's the evil of copy and paste. So let's see if I could go back. And voila! Yeah, it's working currently. So latest post, I could change it to some posts and yet another awesome post. Yay! And click submit and see, did that work? The same stuff that happened the last time. So while I was editing this, I have to go put back posts. Yep. So I remove this stuff over here and put latest posts. Then I click submit. Yep, and it works. So you can see it actually works. It actually updated the post. So the last view I'll be creating will be the delete view. And before I do that, let me just go to the admin page, and since I have this URL set up, I could say, okay, where is that? Post update, yeah, and passing the PK. So I could go to the admin page and actually update this URL. And what was the name? Post underscore update, I guess. Then we'll pass in the primary key, post.pk. Let me cross check. Post.update, yeah, I'm correct. So we could actually, let's go to the dashboard. So the edit should work, so I could. So yeah, it's updating. So it's updating. So the next one I'll be doing would be delete view, and that'll be the last view for this video because this video is getting long already. So I would say class post delete and you would have to go up and import the DeleteView. So I'll come down here and see DeleteView. Then we pass in the model, which is equals to post. Then the DeleteView needs something which is a success URL. So what should I do when I delete? Let's see. Let's import reverse. That's to redirect the reverse. You can see over here. Let's over. Okay. So if you use a function-based view, you should know what the reverse does, just to redirect to the particular URL you passed in. So let's do reverse. I wanted to make a silly mistake, but let me just do the right thing. I wanted to intentionally make a mistake to show you guys some stuff, but let me just do the right one. So I would have to import from Django.urls reverse lazy import reverse. Where are you? Reverse lazy here. So the success URL should be reverse lazy, and once I delete, I should pass it to the dashboard. Yeah. So post delete. Yeah. You pass in the model and the success URL. I'm going to explain what this reverse lazy does. So let's see. What's the next thing? We go to the URLs and we just copy this, and I hope not to forget to update everything I should first before I forget. I go update post delete yeah, so this should be cool. Then what next? I have the view set up, I have the URL set up. Let's see. Yeah, so from my admin page, let me go put update the URL. Post_delete. I hope that was what I named it. Then we pass in the primary key of the object, which is post.pk. So let me go reload this. Okay, it's giving me the right one. Latest post. I click on delete. Are you sure you want to delete this? I click on yes, and I'll explain what just happened right now. So it just deleted. So let's go back to this. So the post delete, let's see. Let me scroll up here. So the post delete takes let me come over here. So there's something you should know about the post delete. And the DeleteView, I mean DeleteView generic class-based view. So it's a view for deleting an object retrieved with this self.getObject blah blah blah. So there's something you should know here that happened. The template name suffix underscore confirm underscore delete. If you look over here, I have a template called post underscore confirm underscore delete. So from this, I needed to okay, so you can see here the template name suffix, which is underscore confirm underscore delete. So what this does is that you're going to have to pass in a confirmation page, and you could precede it with, it would be looking for something preceded with your model name underscore confirm underscore delete. That was why I had this That was why I had this stuff over here. I had this template called post underscore confirm underscore delete. So post is the name of the model, is the name of my model, then confirm underscore delete is what where did this go? Yeah, it needed something, your model name followed by underscore confirm underscore delete. And if you can see over here, this is post underscore confirm underscore delete. So automatically when you click this delete, it sends me to this post underscore confirm underscore delete. Are you sure you want to delete this blah 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 tag? So we could go here, you can see it's rendered this. Are you sure you want to delete the, and it has this object. So for this it's going to be title title. Are you sure you want to delete? So we just change this. I provided this template, but it's very much a very basic template. You just have a form tag, then you have your CSRF token, then you have this submit button. So if I reload this, it's going to show me the name of the post I want to delete, the title. So I just refresh and see, okay, are you sure you want to delete the second post? Yeah. So if I click yes, it deletes it. So you can see no second post over here. So that is how the DeleteView generic class based view works. So and there's something about this reverse lazy. Okay, so if I put in reverse, yeah, if I put in reverse, you know, normally if you want to pass in a URL, you could you want to be directed, so you just use the reverse. And if I pass in the reverse, for instance here, let me reload this. Let me see. Let me import it from the Django.urls. I think it's the same thing, but let's see. Okay, what's the error? It's telling me the included URL conf Django project.url does not appear to have any pattern in it. So currently now, if I use the reverse, when I'm doing the post delete with the DeleteView generic class based view, it needs this dashboard value, but whenever I delete, it doesn't have it. So that's where the reverse lazy comes in. And what the reverse lazy does, like lazy functions, it's going to wait till I get the values, which is the dashboard, the values in the URL for the dashboard. It's going to wait till I get those values before it executes the reverse. So that's what this reverse lazy does. So whenever you do this, you just use, I don't know if this explanation is useful, but when you working with class-based views, there's sometimes you have to use the reverse lazy. So if you go to the Django docs, you could see times when you could actually use this reverse lazy. So now the application has crashed. I think so. I'll have to restart it. So voila, it's working. So I think in this video is quite long, and I think let me just do a brief overview of what we've done. So like I explained, the first thing we did was to create the home view, and it extended the list view, which took in the model of posts. Then over here, we overrode the template name because by default, the list view requires you to pass the model name underscore list.html. But here, we overrode it with blog/home.html templates we defined. Then to change the context object name, by default, it provides you with post underscore list. But to override that behavior, we could change it from the context object name. And this is gotten from the multiple object mixing, and also the ordering from the multiple object mixing. And we did the ordering to from the latest posts to the newest. Then we also had this paginate by, which we got from the multiple object mixing. Then to create the dashboard view, we just used the same home. We extended the view which I showed in the first video, which is the base class of all class-based views. And then we had the get method. Then over here we defined a new view which we just called the home view. Then we passed in our own basic configurations to suit our need. Then we returned the view. Then for the post detail, you pass in the model, which is post. Then you we overrode the get object, which is derived from the single object mixing. Yeah, so over here we called the super get object. Then we manipulated it by incrementing the view count anytime we call this detail view. Then we saved it, then returned the object. So the next one is pretty straightforward. The create view, we created it, we passed the model, and this fields is very, very important. We have to pass in these fields because with these fields, it's going to generate the form for us. If you notice, we don't have a forms.py because normally we are the ones to create our form class. We were the ones to create our form class, which would normally extend form.model forms. But over here, the create view does that for us. We just need to pass in the fields we need. Then, in order to input values programmatically and not through the form, we overrode the form valid function and we got the instance of the form. Then got the author, then passed in the current logged in user. Then we called form.save. You have to call form.save. Sometimes it might work, sometimes it might not work. So you just have to call form.save. Then we return the form valid. Then post updates, pretty straightforward. Post delete, pretty straightforward. So that's it for this video. And we have a working application currently. Yeah, we have a working application with pagination, and we have the detail view. And yeah, that's it. So in the next video, I'll be showing you how to actually would be working on this detail view, and we'll be creating a new one, or we'll just do some changes to this detail view in order for you to be able to comment and to list comments. This is a more complicated view which I'll be showing you in the next video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.